everybody, Audrey here, the Fit, Fearless, and Faithful Mom. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I relate fitness to faith, little sprinkle of homeschool, but a lot of it too is a lot of live chat videos and how my faith plays a role in it, because my faith is number one. I'm really excited about today's video because it is with Lauren over at Whole Catholic Living. Lauren and I have bonded over our journey with our faith and our fitness and how we've been able to blend it all together as faithful women, which sometimes can be a challenge. So stay tuned, that's what's next. So in being Catholic, we are open to life, we are open to conception, and it's kind of tough because when you feel like you have your body back and you've kind of like made it a little bit, then all of a sudden, boom, you get pregnant again. And then your body isn't your own again. But when we really think about it, our body is never our own. Our body is just on loan. So check this out. You are a superhero. And here's how us women are superheroes. It's not because we can have like these big businesses and have these teams and dreams are being fulfilled. You know what's like the number one dream and the number one thing how you are a superhero? You have the capability and the God-given ability to grow a human being for 9 months. Amazing, amazing. But it doesn't stop there if you're nursing, right? Because you can still feed and grow a human. So before we start diving down into this little rabbit hole of being a superhero, how do we actually get there? So let me give you a little insight into my journey. When I was growing up, my mom cooked really well. We didn't have fast food a ton, but you know, she cooked really well, I worked out, and then when I hit 18 and I was in college and mixed drinks were flowing and the Domino's pizza was arriving to my dorm at 2:30 a.m. Within a matter of 2 months, I had gained between 35 and 40 pounds. I was steadily gaining weight. I was pretty insecure about my body. And then I really wanted to learn more about how to take care of my body because honestly, I just felt gross. I was starting to develop acne, which I had never had before. My moods were shifting, and that is also around the same time that, you know, a woman's body is changing again. It's that 18 to 21-year-old mark. This was also the time that I started dating my husband, and his major is kinesiology. So he was studying human movement and going down the whole fitness road. And he said, hey, I'll train you how to run. And I said, okay. So we would wake up and he would train me how to run. I started losing weight and I started to develop a really nice appreciation for my body. I started doing triathlons, I started doing races, and I said, man, I feel great. I'm a competitive person. This is the scene for me. Well, then I was approached by a group of girls who were at the gym where I was working out at the time. And they said, hey, we have a fitness competition team. We do physique, we do sports model, we do bikini. Would you want to come train with us? And I said, oh, really? Because a lot of them were doing photo shoots. All right, so you see where I'm starting to like go down the line. So I joined up with this fitness team and it turned out to be a really great experience. I was able to learn even more about muscle development. I was able to learn even more about how to take care of my body the best way possible. But there was also a problem. I was starting to not pay attention to how I truly was treating my body. I was starting to damage my body because as a competitive person, I started to get just a little too thin. Well, then Cody and I got married. I was starting to get ready to compete and I was not able to chisel down my body like I wanted to. Found out we were pregnant. I thought, okay, here is what a good mom and a mom who does it all. I decided I was going to compete as soon as Kyler was born. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm gonna get back on stage. I signed up for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 competitions. 4. after Kyler was born because I wanted a lot to shoot for. And speaking of shoot, is once I started losing weight and once I started to really chisel down my body, I was approached to do a photo shoot. And I was like, Cody, I was like, dreams are coming true. I've always wanted a photo shoot. This is amazing. It's really happening. This is what God wants. Okay. So I did the photo shoot and it was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever done. Cody came with me. It was not what God really wanted me to do at all. So that summer, by the end of the summer, I had gotten implants because I thought that it was the right thing to do. I ended up winning even more because I had implants. Not cool. And then I became a prideful, narcissistic, and vain individual. I felt like I had to continue to live up to other people's expectations because it was, wow, you just had a baby. Look how much weight you've lost. Look at how you have these fitness businesses. That's another little side note, is that we had our own fitness businesses. I was a personal trainer, I was a nutritionist. And so it was this keeping up with society's mentality that you need to maintain a really good body if you are a mom, because otherwise you're just a slob. During that summer, I had my lowest weight that I competed at was 101 pounds. I looked like a bobblehead. I couldn't think straight because I was hungry and I had started to just ruin my body. I was ruining my temple. So I started going down a pretty ugly road. I lost my cycle. I started to just lose everything. Mentally, emotionally, my emotions were starting to become a little haywire. Napro did help to get me back on track. My doctor actually worked with me mentally to get me back sane again. Like, Audrey, what are you doing right now with your body? Because you realize that if you keep going down this road, you will not be able to have children, right? Because even if you don't want to have children, which that sounds kind of crazy because it's not about you, but it's really important to cycle. So if you're not cycling, it can really damage your body, and that is what I was doing to my body. Fast forward a little bit, we get pregnant with Corbin because I had got my body back right again, and I looked at Cody and said, my mental game is strong, I am fine, I want to compete again, I can do this. And he said, listen, you can get back on stage again only if you do it right. And so the more that time went on, the more that, and I really did pray about it, like, God, I don't really know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if this is the right thing. And I kept getting these little uncomfortable feelings of, you're not supposed to do this. And you're not supposed to do it, Audrey, because you are in this teeny tiny little bikini, not thong, but it was really cut. So who was that really honoring? Was it honoring God? No. Was it honoring my husband when my body is supposed to be, you know, for him and for God? No, absolutely not. So this is when that mental shift started happening. You know, that first nudge was my doctor telling me, you won't be able to have children if you keep going down this road. Do you understand that, Audrey? And then it was talking it out with Cody. And so there are three main virtues that I have worked on over the past several years. I worked on temperance, my pride, and also being good-tempered. So, you know, the temperance comes in because I used to feel like I would have to do 2-a-days. And so, you know, restraining from that, like, do I really need to do a second workout? And the answer is no, I don't. Because if I am adequately playing with my children, if I am adequately taking care of my home, because I'm gonna clean the house today, and I don't know about you, but, I end up sweating when I clean the house because I actually get on my hands and knees and clean. You don't need to damage your body like that by doing these two-a-days. Now, do I sometimes do them? Yeah, I do, because when I'm with my dad, it's what he and I do. It's our time together. You know, when it comes to pride, how are we fueling and feeding our body the best way possible? Pride doesn't have to be and have a negative connotation to it. You know, you can be prideful, you can be proud of what you've done. So let's say you're pregnant and you get in a really good workout. Yeah, be proud of yourself, because as you get further along, it's hard. It's really hard, and it's humbling when you're pregnant. That's number 2. Number 3 is being just good tempered throughout the whole process. Again, whether pregnancy, post-pregnancy, it doesn't matter. Being realistic about what you can do in whatever stage you're in. Let's say you're pregnant. Well, you may not be able to run as far or as long. You may not be able to do downward dog if you're 38 weeks pregnant. Post-pregnancy, you know, there's that little waiting period. Again, the whole process is humbling, but I'd like to remind you again that, like, you're a superhero as a woman. It's amazing, the gift that you've been given. So how do you make that shift? You know, I told you, like, it was my doctor really got to me, Cody really got to me, and hearing, like, if you stop being so prideful, because you're going to affect, it's not just you that you're affecting, it's other people. Take a step outside of yourself. If you're pregnant right now and you're having a hard time, if you're in that post-pregnancy stage, meet yourself where you are. What are you capable of doing right now, physically? You know, another thing too to remind yourself of is that everyone's different. Everyone's at a different stage in their life. Everyone has a different body type. Like I said, like, I'm 5'2", between 5'2" and 5'3", depends who measures me. So I'm not super tall. My body is different than Lauren's. It's different than my best friend's. It's different than my sister. Take a really hard and honest look at yourself. Then you'll be able to come up with a plan for fitness, but not just have a plan. You end up developing such a better mentality about fitness and how to take care of yourself, instead of looking at all of these infomercials that come up throughout the year of get summer ready, get beach body ready, get ready for this event, get ready for that event, because, you know, look, you got one shot at this. You have one shot at creating a lifetime of humans. How cool is that? If you're in a stage of your life where you're not sure if you're ready to have a child because you're not sure if you want to compromise your body or your life, I ask you to take a hard look at why you're making that decision, because then once you're pregnant, and it's just, I'm all about new experiences. So you gain new perspectives with fitness in every stage of your life. It's so cool. And you know, once you're able to start working out again, what's really neat too is that you can get your kids involved. Now, I was at a point in my life at one point where I said, like, I don't, you know, kids, like, I'm working out, you know, don't touch the equipment and all this other stuff. And yeah, I may have been a little kooky, but over the past couple of years, if they want to work out with me, what I've started doing is I have them create my workout for me. Because after years, honestly, of personal training and doing nutrition counseling and doing all these workshops, honestly, I really don't feel like coming up with a workout for myself. It's just terrible. So I have the kids do it for me now. Teach your kids the value of fitness, and you need to include them in it too. It ends up being really motivating for you, because then and if your kids are working out in the right way, and all of you are working out in the right way, who are you honoring? You're honoring him. That's the most important thing. Again, your body is on loan. It's a gorgeous gift. Your body is special, it is unique, and it is different. Get to know your body. Get to know what you enjoy right now. There's so many different ways to glorify God through your body. I put out chicken wire yesterday because our dog keeps getting out, and I was a sweaty, like soaking wet. But I was in the yard working yesterday. I'm able to, like, get my hands dirty. That's glorifying God. I'm using my body. I think I'm getting off on a little tangent here, and this might be getting a little long in the tooth here. Let me close out with one final thought. If you're contemplating competing, if you're trying to compete with another mom who's fit, I'd like to remind you of your audience. Your audience, you dance every day. You perform works every day for an audience of one. And that's God. God dwells within you. Take care of your body in every stage. Embrace every stage. Embrace new experiences. You have an amazing gift. You are a superhero. Superheroes can do awesome things. Be open to life. You can always work out. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure that you go check out Lauren's video. I will be linking it below so that you can see her take on fitness and faith. Remember, it's all for the glory of God. If I can pray for you in any way, please let me know. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.